Found it. All right. Namaste, great souls. Wonderful to be here with you as always. And before we get into our practice, our Hatha yoga practice, I just want to welcome that every time we practice, we are uplifting ourselves, which of course will have an effect of uplifting the world. And there's always been a balance in world consciousness of this tug of war going on of upward moving awareness and the downward stream of materialistic thinking, and within ourselves too, that tug of war is going on. So the good news is we can regulate ourselves, we can get ourselves in the right alignment, and yoga is very, very key on doing that for ourselves first, and then we can contribute from that place much more clearer, much more cleaner, non-judgmentally, to uplift society as a whole. So our personal inner transformation helps society's transformation. And have you ever noticed trying to change others' thinking is pretty ineffective? But by our presence and our being, that can have a very powerful impact for ourselves and others. So welcome to our time together in our inner transformation journey of coming back to the light, coming back to peace, coming back to wholeness, to our hidden strength within. Okay, I will step back onto the mat, and those of you just joining, make sure you have a block and a strap. Sitting comfortably. And just notice your breath. Soften the shoulders, soften the eyes. If you want to make some gentle rotations with the neck, some of the main holding patterns out, and then just align, just lift the chin, and press back gently the back of the head. Lengthen up through the crown, move down through the sit bones. Notice if you need more grounding, palms down, more expansive energy, palms up. So exhale, double breath through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle. I'm going to guide us through a counted breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath gently. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That works for you. Continue. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. Focus on the spiritual eye. Exhale through the mouth or the nose. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale. Roll your breathing to your count now. Make sure to hold the breath for a moment. And then exhaling. Feel that ease of letting go, what we can let go. And as you continue with your full yogic breathing with just a little bit lengthening on the exhale, that will help with the calming of our nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system, our parachute. And if the quality comes to you, you can kind of bring your hands in a little chi ball here in the third chakra, heart energy, and just notice what quality may be coming for your practice today. You heard inner light. Notice what's up for you. And gratitude, love, acceptance. And of course, we want to shine that light of gratitude. In ourselves and to others, right? The inner transformation. Wonderful. Let's bring the other foot in front and just bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Left arm extends out. Right hand opens up the side of the neck. And gently draw the chin slightly down or slightly up. See what works best for you. As you take full belly breaths here. So we're opening the sternocleidomastoid mastoid muscle alongside the neck, and we're also deep belly breathing. Drawing in that quality. And lengthen up through the crown. Before we go the other side, chin parallel to the floor. Look over the left shoulder. Do the natural rotation there. And then come back to center. All right, left ear to left shoulder. Extend through the right arm. Use your left hand. Ease that side of the neck open. Oceanic sound of the breath. You may notice a difference on each side. It's very common. Different qualities on each side. Dominant hand will have that side of the body working harder. After at least 3 full belly breaths, lengthen up. And look over, chin parallel your right shoulder. Okay, and back to center. Gently look up, hands behind the back of the neck for support. Expansive, and then rounding in, folding in. Empty out, letting go. Some physical tensions. Emotional tensions, expansion up on the inhale. And connecting back to our values. Letting go of energy that no longer serves us. And noticing our body just knows when that is coming up. That's many classes about energy and intuition and letting go. But we just know when we need, most likely when we need to release something to create space for something greater. And it is an art of letting go. So let's come into full body experience. Having your blanket, I forgot to say the blanket, for underneath the knees. And this is a, we'll add on to the variation we worked on last week. So it's called Bird Dog. It's from Pilates. And what this looks like is we're going to have the wrists underneath the shoulders and extend through that right leg, press into the back of the heel. Open up the hamstring, and then the opposite, the key here is draw the navel to the spine. Lift that leg up, don't turn the hip out to the side. Extend your left arm, the opposite arm, and it's twofold here. We're gonna curl in on the exhale, and then we're gonna reach out and lower down. Okay, so bilateral movement. Lifting up, core contained, round. We're strengthening, extend, and lower. Inhale, pulse up, fold in, exhale, inhale, extend out, and lower. We're going to do one more, 4 on each side. Takes focus. Okay, lift up, fold in, exhale, extend out, and lower. So before we go the other side, let's add a full down dog, full body stretch here. Lift the tailbone, magnetize the heart. Toward the thighs, have presence in the base of the fingers. stable or fluid. Inner light, calm energy to radiate through every cell of your body, every fiber of my being. Burning that truth. And we're going to touch down again. Interesting. Already, just on that, I get one back. Okay. You can extend that left leg out. Okay. And reach through the toes. That's what that hamstring feels like. And again, not curving the hip out to the side, trying to stay parallel in the hips, navel to the spine for engagement. Lift up, opposite, right arm to left leg, elbow to knee. Exhale. And expand out into the stay, and then fold back in. So we got the drop down. I went to a variation there. Lower down. I got to slow it down. Right hand, left foot. We're adding this tapping down and lifting up, and then folding. Of course, we could do any variation of this. The folding in on its own, the tapping up and down on its own. So now we're combining it all. Pulsing up, expanding fully, and then contracting and expanding. Within every breath, we're doing both. Okay, hopefully we've done 4 there. And we're going to bring now the left knee in. We're going to work with that hovering we've been working on. So lifting the knees, couple breaths here. And then going into your down dog. Pressing through the base of the fingers and the fingertips and the thumb. I'm wanting a little bit more ripple today, so I'm wave-lifting the spine. As you add in your quality to the affirmation. Inner light, calm peace, radiate through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Side to side with the hips. And let's come into our plank pose. Think of plank as just resetting everything, strengthening everything, not collapsing the belly or the head. 3 breaths if you can. Excellent. And then see if you can bring one forearm down and the other. Keep strong. Keep resetting. Your inner light, your inner strength. Let the tops of the knees touch down. And we're going to rock side to side. Hydrating. Yes, flowing. And then gently we're lifting up, and we're thinking the heart reaching forward. Okay, not jamming into your lumbar, but just a little bit look over toward that right elbow, slightly to the side for the neck. Back to center. Pulse it up gently over to the left. Give some rotation. Now, more classically, bringing the elbows in, reaching the arms back into our locust salambhasana. Pulsing both legs and then the upper body. Pulse up, recharging the spine. Exhale, ease. Now, see if we can interlock. If not, stay with those hands by your side. Inhale, pulse up. Rising up to the stay with the open heart, and then one of these. So now we're most likely ready for our cobra. You take it into baby cobra or king cobra. Hands underneath the shoulders, wrists underneath the shoulders, rising up, elbows in, maybe off the knees, stick out the tongue, eye gaze up. Releasing through the exhale, letting go of the energy that's clogging the system in any way. And then we let the knees tap down. We do an opposite of a rounded cat. Neutral spine. And our hovering. Couple breaths here if you can. And then our pouring back. I'm treading out, pressing through the right hand, left foot, and then switching. And a right. Acceptance, peace, radiate, pure quality, pure invoking, radiate through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. If you're stable, you can make small circles with the head to release the neck. So think of, in certain poses, how we can add on to that release of the neck, or in this case, the request to add the neck and the hips. So bending one knee, making that half circle, that figure 8. Stability and flow. Step one foot forward, then the other. Walk one hand in, bend the knees quite a bit. Massage the back of the neck, the scalp, and relaxing necessary holding. Places in life, this is a season of letting go. This is a season where the leaves drop off with most trees. Because I don't know if you know this, but if they don't, with some trees, they'll die. They need to release, they need to let go so that the chlorophyll, I'm not a botanist, but I did read up on this. You do need to reserve and strengthen, and that's where the leaves need to come off of the trees, because it's time to let go. We want to look at our life as we come up, maybe rounded spine or straighter spine. Clogging our energy. And we know what that is because it's a felt thing. A felt sense. The bodies know that. Lifting up off of the heels and then releasing down. And then we're going to circle around. So we're going to swirl that prana. Open it up toward the shoulders. Okay. And again, add that hip movement. So now that we're standing, we can either do circles or you can do half circles, whatever your body wants to do. Maybe a little bit of combo. And move this out. Very good. Oh yeah. Drink lots of water. Invite people to do the same. All right, let's get into our classic, well, Vinyasa Surya Namaskar. Hey, we're starting with our hands to the heart, or Eagle Heart Mudra. Yielding into the support of the earth, feeling that support through us. And opening up to higher consciousness for ourselves and for all beings, as we started out with the tapping into the spiritual eye as we align ourselves. We're a much better vehicle to open up into whatever we're doing. Lengthening and growing, don't jam into your lumbar, lift from the heart, reach back. And then inhale, coming forward, soften the shoulders and swan dive forward. Exhale. Keep the spine elongated here. Come around this way. Blanket out to the side. All right, from here, we're taking our step back with our right foot. So right foot back, 30 degrees, left foot forward. We're gonna rise up into our Virabhadrasana 1. This is where if you have the 5-pound weights, nice to add on. Training here. So right foot forward. We're going to rise up if you have the weights or with your hands. I usually teach this without the weight. So inhale, pulse it up. I attune my will to the source of all power. Now we're going to do 3 with that back leg straight. We could open the arms out to the side if you want. And then we're going to step that back foot in and rotate off the back heel and do the knee down lunge if you can. Okay, we're going to try to do 3 here or try for 2. Look at a point in front of you. Eye gaze, drishti point. Exhale. Arms up, knee down. Pulse up. I attune my will. The source of all power. Go slow enough, you can feel it better. There's a lot of workouts that are really quick, really active. Fine. Personally, I like to feel the movement. And now we're going to place our weights down or your hands down. And from here, step that leg back. Come on top of your left knee. Squeeze those hips open. So that was a hip opener. With all lunges are hip openers, right? As well as strengthening and breathing. Now from here, what I'd like you to do is to be mindful of this back knee. I'm going to angle myself out here. Before we do our flow to the other side, this is that variation of pigeon. Pigeon are great for the hips. The right knee comes down and this back knee, the left knee is coming toward the foot. Okay, hope you can see that. And we're just going to flow here before we go into full classic pigeon. Hand, we've done it before, the hand behind underneath the knee, lifting up, and then this back foot. We're rocking back and forth. Feeling that fluidity again. Be careful of your knees. If this is too much, maybe a Jani Shirshasana. Let's look at the hip opener. Yes. And then we stabilize through both sit bones. Right hand comes down and we sweep the left arm in front of both knees and just get that wonderful arcing twist. So maybe you feel this, feeling my internal organ rotation, as well as the hip opening. Time, lengthen up. That sit bone's going to come off the ground, no problem. But then when we come back down again, that left sit bone touches down. And let's bring our right hand to the knee and twist. Looking over the shoulder. All right, now we're set up for the classic pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana. So the knee comes forward more, the left leg back. We'll take it in stages. Inhale, lifting up. Should be shaking again. Adding that open-heartedness. And coming in, the invitation is always to come back to the present moment. But the affirmation is especially true here as we melt down. You can use a bolster. Like that. You can use your hands. Soften those shoulders. Yes. Releasing and thoughts of past and future and resting in the eternal now. Now breath will get us into the eternal now. See where you can soften and let go. Not only in the pose, but in our lives. Again, the season of letting go. Inhale, lengthen up and rising up. Coming onto that right cheek, sweeping the left leg around for a deeper twist. If you can bring the foot on the outside of the thigh, go ahead. No problem with the foot by the shin. Again, a deep, deep twist, right corner of the abdomen to the left. We hug that knee. Maybe we hold here or the elbow on the outside and chin parallel twist, looking over your left shoulder. Inhale back. Couple times hydrating like this. The part of the art of letting go is the appreciation for whatever it is, a friend, a job, a situation. When we appreciate this for a certain time in our life, certain seasons in our life, but then we know it's just not working anymore, and we have to let go to make space to free up our energy. There's something different to come through. All right, lengthen and grow. Good. Before we go the other side, let's add that shoulder, elbow, wrist, hydration, belly dance, arms. And we'll go into boat as transition. Within every breath lies infinite power. You might be here, you might tap one foot up. We're going to exhale through the mouth. You might be able to have the hands away from the thighs, we'll see. Either way, in every breath lies infinite power. Make sure it's balanced out. Okay, lengthen and grow. And that C curl rounding. So another way to do cat in this position, opening the shoulders, so good for that. And lifting up, lengthening it on the inhale, taking our fingertips forward, our cheeks rolling on to the balls of the feet and the toes. Walk, walk, walk. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here. Maybe some variation. If your neck's okay, go back. Squeeze the inner upper arms toward one another, the scapula toward one another. Wide open heart. Tuck the chin. Oh, feels good. So good to expand the heart. And then walking. I'm safe now to do that, hopefully. And we come into our down dog transition. Okay, so we transition. Stepping back. We know the core principles of physical alignment principles. You determine if you want stability, fluidity, both. And again, bring in your quality. Divine qualities, light, wisdom, joy, peace, calmness, acceptance, the right use of power, strength. Okay. Inhale and look at the space between the hands, giant step, the left foot forward, so the opposite foot forward, back foot 30 degrees, and bringing in the weights. You have them. If not, Like if you're the weight of your arms, root down, left it back, right it forward. Inhale, make sure you're on the opposite leg. Inhale, pulsing up, reaching up, exhale, rooting down. I attune my will. You can go out to the side if you want. To the source of all power, that right use of power, aligned with our highest truth, with our higher self. That's in us, within everyone and everything. I attune my will to the source of all power. I'm going to do one more extra one. Now we step that back foot in and go up, and we come off of that heel, and we knee down lunge if this works for your body. If not, continue with the Virabhadrasana 1 or Warrior 2, whatever speaks to you. Okay. I'm going to rise my arms up as that knee taps down and pulse up. Take the focus at a point of drishti gaze. And attune my will to the source of all power. Ooh, feel that strength. That right use of strength and power. Now we come forward and placing the weights over to the side. And we come on top, slide that back leg down on top of that knee. Rocking that left foot out a little bit to the side, or you can have it where it was. Whatever helps you get the greatest hip opener here. The greatest flow. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, we give ourselves a treat after that strength, right? And then we come into our rocking pigeon, it's called. So what this is, we did it before, the left knee bends. And then the right knee bends toward this left foot. Try to root down through both sit bones at first. And rocking back and forth. So great to hydrate the joints. But this can be a lot on the knees. So again, Jani Shirshasana, whatever works for you. I know you all have a repertoire of poses to choose from. Right, and then we stabilize. And we let the left hand lightly touch, and the right arm comes up and expands. Right cheek is off the ground, the sit bone. And then back down again. That arc, let's see to that arc of inner light, expanding, opening up. Your light. Most important for you to feel it, that inner alignment, but then it can't be helped but be felt outwardly on whatever we're doing. Okay, let's go for the classic pigeon. You're gonna scooch up a little bit. You're gonna reach this leg back and come on top of that knee. The more this front shin comes forward, the more intense it is. So you decide what level feels best to you as you shimmy shape. And ease down. So softening again. Don't judge your mind. It can't help to go to the past and future. That's what it does. But then we're aware of that. And that awareness brings us back to this present moment, into the breath, into the sensation. Training ourselves to return to the present moment. And we know if we have young kids in our lives, they're there, they're in the present moment. We have to learn to come back to it as we Get a little more conditioned, but the beauty is that it's our natural state. So we can remember that, return to it. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to rise up, inhale, heart open, or keep seeing what your body needs. We'll shake, roll, expansion, the lengthening, both. And then we come on to that left sit bone and we slide, glaze this right leg either in front of the shin or on the outside of the thigh, root down. Feel that deep twist from the core, from the left corner of the abdomen to the right. Hug the knee. Stay here or bring that elbow on the outside. Looking away and then pulsing back. Twist. Your internal organs are smiling, that you're cleansing them with the twist, the detox. Again, the thought, it's the light theme today of letting go, that the trees are, this time of year is telling us to, when we will go inward more, with that inner light as the outer forms get darker earlier. Okay, we're going to unravel the legs. And we're going to come back into the V pose, boat pose. Before I do our standing side series here, so lengthen up the heart, find your balance. Maybe start without the hands touching, maybe touching, and switch. Within every breath has infinite power. Exhaling as one leg extends. Knee to knee. Now this is a trickier one going into low boat. This is high boat. Tuck the tailbone under. Low back touches. See if you can extend. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees. Remember last week we used a strap. Now we're going to draw our hand to the right knee to give us some pump. Come up. And then we're just going to do one more seat curl, curl down. We're strengthening. Right leg extends. Left hand on below the left knee, left and both hands. Exhale. Seat curl. That's it. And then bend both knees. We're going to ripple into our standing pose. We're really opening out the reflex points of the feet. If you can, our opening, head, neck, back, head back. Now this is can be a variation of camel. I'm getting into my things here. So if it's possible for you to do a half camel, we've done it before. Take our block. We're going to step our right foot forward and get ourselves set up here with the block to help us stretch up. Opposite arm out of that leg. With calm faith, I open to the light. With calm faith, I open my inner light and back. Reverse it. Bend both knees, but the left foot comes forward. Block on that side. Get set up here. Inhale, stretch it up. Ustrasana, camel pose, hips forward. It's intense, meant to be. The calm faith, I open to the light, or any form of back bend that works for you. Open through the throat here, wonderful. all the chakras opening, but I really feel in the throat as you lengthen the heart, as you come forward. To our opposite friend to transition, we know that is a downward facing dog. Hover. And forward back. Notice if that quality's changed, or I'd like to add another quality or stay with the light, calmness, peace, radiating. Now let's add a flow here if you choose. You can stand down dog, or you can ripple into your plank. Add a half push-up. Bend the knees and forward back. Strength and calmness. I'm going to do one more of those. Radiate through every cell of my body. I'll push up every fiber of my being. If you want to add more strength, you add that plank, the hovering of the knees, and the forward back. And we step one foot forward, then the other, and then the other. Move down, then the knees slightly rest. Palms at the hollows of the elbows or underneath the soles of the feet with the pressure build up on the wrist. Relaxing and casting aside unnecessary mental burdens. We can put in our worries, concerns, like our shoes at the door. And notice what happens. They're back. They, put the shoes back on. Let's take these moments of release. Let's get into our strength of our chair. Uttasana. Reaching up. Now let's see if we can lift one heel. Exhale. Root. Lift the other. And root. Let's do that one more time. Lifting one heel. And rooting. And then the other heel. Make it interesting. We just tweak it a little bit, make it more interesting. Sweeping and rising. Lengthening and growing. And feel the space all around you. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, yielding to the earth. Lengthen to the crown. Yeah, that life force pulsing within you. That light, those qualities. Pick one or two. And that prayer of care, that higher consciousness, as you align yourself with your higher self, that has a ripple effect for all that we need to, all we need. Okay, we're going to go into our side flow series. I'm going to take another sip of water. Make sure you have your block because we're going to do a triangle to half moon balance pose. And again, you get to choose always what works for you. If the half moon doesn't work for you, set up a different type of balance for yourself. So we're going to take a wide stance. Whoa. I'll go off our balance. Turn the left toes to the side, right foot in. Be open to the heart and spacious in the shoulders, neck, elbows, wrists. Expand and reach. Take your time. You can use your block. I was putting it for half moon, but you can use your block here. Stacking the shoulders, thumb index finger together, tracking the chin back, head to tail connected, get our physical alignment. So then we can expand into our affirmation. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Joy, of course. The energy, the right use of energy, quality of the divine. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Now, let this arm kind of release from the shoulder. This is going to help your neck and your shoulder, just to kind of give it some releasing, like just letting go for a little bit, and the contained strength. So that when we bend our left knee, now we're taking our block diagonal to the little toe side of the foot. We're stepping that back foot forward. We're looking in front of the left toes, and we're getting a lift off, perhaps. Now you could stay here or balanced on one foot, or you can start to rotate, flex through those toes, and just see if that arm wants to lift off. He'll know. I expand fully into this moment. If you fall out, no problem. Come back. I expand fully into this moment. More in balance poses, we have to focus and concentrate more. It's a beautiful thing, but not rigid. Keep the energy flowing. Let that hand come down, bending your left knee and just dancing ourselves up into a Virabhadrasana 2. So we're sweeping our right arm up and over, tracking that left knee and opening up the left side. Beautiful. And coming forward into start pose. And we're going to turn our right foot out. But of course, I'll need my block. I should speak to myself. So I'm going to bring that over now. Stand. Our side stretch, Trikonasana. Strength and flow, reaching over. Keep those ribs smiling, expanding, breathing, and not collapsing. Okay. Lengthening. Thumb, index finger together. Individual self, uniting with the infinite, higher consciousness, yoga, union. Communion, if you will. And if you want, extending, if your body allows, energy and joy. Fill my body cells. You take it at your pace to sweep. Energy and joy. Fill my body cells. Okay. Now, this one, I'm going to invite you, I didn't do it on the other side. If you want to gently wrap, you can, that hand around. This doesn't always work for people. But just see if that is something you want to try. But I'm up here, bringing our block diagonal to the little toe side of the foot. And stepping the back foot in, looking front of the right toes, and lifting off. You could stay looking down with the wrap or the hand by your hip. Or you can start to unfurl with strength. Looking forward. I expand fully into this moment. Moment to moment awareness. We hear it, we want to live it, right? So we catch ourselves. Past, future. Sometimes we do have to plan, of course. And then coming back to this moment. Bring the hand on the hip gently, stepping back. Dancing our warrior 2 upright. So keep tracking that knee if you want to thrust it toward that second toe. And open up. Virabhadrasana 2 variation. Joyfully manifesting the power of the divine. Our higher self is within us. We want to tune in again and again to the right alignment. And it's in the upper chakras in Raja Yoga philosophy. Heart, spiritual eye, crown, beyond. Okay. From here, we're releasing that right shoulder. You know, another way to do this is I'm having the legs extended. Actually, an easier way, I'm kind of reversing myself as I go here, which is fine. Bending the knees into a squat, and you might feel that you can release that shoulder a little bit easier. There's more support, more stability of the legs. And just a little bit now with that left arm, that shoulder. And then our deeper squat, goddess pose, twisting here. Oh, so I'm trying to come out. All righty, and twisting in the other direction. And then into our forward fold with our toes turning in. And your variation that you like, you can have the hands at the ankles, you can have the interlock and lifting to the sky of the knuckles. Left foot to the plane. Yeah, just reflecting if there's something you know you need to let go of. How can you compassionately do that? Because you'll gain more energy by letting go. And heel toe it in. Squat with the toes out, just enough to come upright. And then pulse it up. Excellent. Swirl it around. Eventually, arms come up to the shoulders. Another great shoulder, easy move, hands at the hip. Tops of the shoulders circle around. Open. And that works on the shoulders, will help the neck as well. Okay. All right. We're going to come down in a squat to the ground. Let's see what time here. Another drink of water. And have your block by your side. Because I want to show you, well, I'm going to play it down by myself. Reaching out in front. Lifting out a plank. Lifting off the heels. Okay. Coming onto the sit bones. And you know, we're going to add that seat curl. Chin shake with the core strength. And folding the knees in. Hugging the knees to the chest. Wow, the calves are beautiful. Dappled blue. Then we know the famous metaphor, I think it's from the Buddhist tradition, the thoughts are clouds coming and going, but that blue sky of awareness is always here, underneath all those changing thoughts and feelings. So much is about returning to that pure awareness, whatever you call that. It's already whole, already free, already aware. Now, showing you how we do a pose, we do often, but just slightly changing it to add more strength. If this speaks to you, to place your block underneath your right foot in bridge pose. And then we'll shift it, okay? So this is going to add more strength. You're wondering why we're doing this. Inhale, lift the hips up. Shifting naturally the weight to the back of the shoulders, back of the head. Try to even out through those hips and contain core. Okay. Now, if possible, we're going to do a bridge walk. If possible, you could stay here and breathe, or we could attempt to lift the left knee up, extend the left leg to the sky, and then knee to knee, exhale. one down. Let that foot down, re-engage. Common, my hips fall down too. And do that again, maybe folding the knee in. So every thought can bridge us back to our true nature, as demonstrated just by what I said about the clouds. The Buddha said about the clouds. I'm repeating it, and the practice is for me to remember it. And then melting down. We're just doing two because it's more intense, right? Upper, mid, low back. Before we go to the other side, we're going to draw this knee in, extend it, the leg up, and if your back's okay, lower that left leg, and we're going to make a big circle here. Dinner plate, because the salad plate is like a smaller circle. Dinner plate is a larger circle. This is way bigger than the dinner plate, but whatever metaphor works for you. Hip opening, core strengthening. You got to engage that core to protect as we circle and open the hip. And then we fold that right knee in. Lying down lunge, climbing up the calf, maybe using the strap. If you want to bring that elbow inside, it's a lot. I know, hand at the back of the head, or looking again to the side. If it doesn't work, stay here. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep engaged through that left leg. I notice my left leg is softening. Keep that awareness there. Keep balancing the hips. Okay, unravel. So you may have been doing bridge poses for decades, and then we have that one block, and it shifts the feeling. Take it in. Rock the right leg to the side, the head to the left. Tension, trauma release. Bilaterals working all the time in yoga, but then we get specific. Start out with bilateral and with bilateral. Okay. I feel that whole diagonal line going. Whoa. This other side wants it. Bending both knees. We're going to place the block underneath the left foot. Even if it didn't work on the other side, see how it works for you. Oh, by the way, you could use a big book here if you don't have a block. So now on this side, I want to go a little closer. I'm noticing this is my less strong side because I'm right-handed. Pulsing up in our bridge. Up. Energy shifts, weight shifts, the shoulders, the back of the head, the feet, or engaged. Now, I forgot to say, if you need to turn that right foot out to help balance, that's fine. Maybe we bridge walk, maybe we don't. Engage and lengthen. Knee to knee. If you need to rest for a moment and reset, go ahead. Every breath is a bridge, can be a bridge back to my divine nature, higher self-awareness. Folding in, extending up, and lowering. It's meant to be strong. Okay, let that foot, let the hips, and melt down. Extending the right leg, bending the left knee towards you. Let's get that ankle, it feels like it needs it. And we're going to do that salad plate, dinner plate, dessert plate, whatever kind of circle works for your hip today. Core strength engaged. Slow enough to feel it. And then when you're ready, folding that left knee to the shoulder. If you want to bend that right knee, feel free. Climbing up the calf or Our lying down lunge, hovering the heel with strength of that right heel off the ground. Oh, notice what we've been digesting. What that? Just sending the colon, gonna release it out. Hear the oceanic sound of the breath. Now that is you're aligning yourself with a higher guidance. That's the most powerful thing you can do in the social community. Whatever you do out with it. Extending the leg and slowly releasing down. Relax up there. Once we're here, we're going to rock from the hip. Left leg out to the side, like a windshield wiper, or to the right and left. There's a lot of neuroscience that explains this. If you look at a technical way of describing this, I try to keep it pretty simple. Aligning our chakras. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Coming back to the central channel, where we neutralize those opposites. Another definition of yoga, the neutralization of the waves of feeling. And from the inside out, determining what Shavasana pose would be best for you today. Would it be butterfly? Would it be supported butterfly with the bolster underneath you? Are you wanting more of an inversion with your legs up the wall? You know the many options here. So I don't talk about it nearly enough, but if you wanted to rest on your side, you could do that, or on your belly. Another way to do Shavasana, if your neck's okay. If you wanted to, as part of this Shavasana, and go into the neck release, one of the students was asking about neck release. So if you want this to be part of your Shavasana, what we do is place a strap in the back of the neck and get a hammock going so that it's a traction. This is from physical therapy. When you traction your neck, I'm going to go through it very quickly, but you would do it much slower than this. And then you would shift. If your hair is slippery, it's above the ears, you hold on to the strap. If there's any concern of the strap slipping, but I'm going to go into guiding us through Shavasana as you tune into what works best for you. Getting warm and cozy, getting blankets, eye bag, pillows, whatever's going to help you nest and rest more completely. Blanket sit up. Okay, depending on your position, of course, you're going to settle in, most likely with your back body melting into the support of the earth. And we're going to start with the crown and rest in the heart, just softening the forehead and the muscles of the eyes. Let the eyelids get heavy left and right. Relaxing the jaw, that means exaggerating a yawn. Go ahead and do that. And relaxing into sensation inside the mouth, root of the tongue, gums, teeth, sense of taste. Our oceanic sound of the breath, most audible in the throat. Easing the shoulders away from your ears. And if it's possible for your body, put one hand on your heart. Notice if the other hand wants to be on your belly or by your side. Bringing your awareness to the rise and fall of the breath inside the heart. Feel the touch of your hand on the heart. Sensation of contact between the hand and the heart. You can also have both hands there. Just see what feels right to you. Feel that the breath is flowing between the hand and the heart and back and forth. Now bring to mind someone or something that you deeply love. It could be a person, an animal, beloved place. It could be music or flowers. Focus on feeling the love, the appreciation, the joy, the tenderness that this brings up inside. And yourself bask in those feelings, suffusing your whole body. Moving from your heart to every cell of your body. Breathing in, breathing out. Now sending those same feelings of love, tenderness, appreciation to yourself, compassion to yourself, from your hand into your heart. I want that feeling of love, light, appreciation, and joy. Feel your whole being and nourish you. Continue with the breath, body scan, breathing into the belly deeply, below the back, love and light and energy radiating through these cells of the body, thighs and knees, calves, softening. ankles, all the way through to the soles of the feet, digits of the toes. Relax. There. Already free. Already whole. Shining that transforming light of gratitude into all areas of your life. Resting in awareness. And just notice if it's time for you to transition or if you would like to continue in deep restoration and relaxation. Your time, if you are transitioning. In that quality, if one came through in our time together, maybe it's coming up now. We offer the 3-syllable Om sound to others that you would like to send this healing energy to. It usually starts with our inner circle, family. Then it can expand to the community and the world. See what happens for you here. I'm going to generate some heat with my hands, but most important is sound from the heart and the intention. And breathing the hands in Namaste, acknowledging that divine light of awareness within you, within everyone and everything. That is where we are one. And you're welcome to just ease out or